This is an atlas for the arts, a map of the world of online social media discussions as they relate to the arts in the UK. This short video gives a fast tour of the theatre community in social media. The video is accompanied by a written report and an influencer directory, which contains a detailed and categorised list of key sources as of summer 2011. This project is intended to help arts organisations in the UK make a head start in their own social media engagement, to understand who the potentially influential blogs and individual commenters are, and to inspire thinking about how they could be meaningfully engaged. A structured social media search identified the sites connected with the theatre. The results of this search were filtered and refined to identify the most important and influential social media sources and commentators in this area. A network mapping tool was used to visualise how these sources and communities interact with each other as part of a larger community of interest. This gives an indication of which sources are at the heart of communities, are the most well read and best connected, and therefore make the best targets for any programme of engagement. The sources in red are those with 10 or more links to and from other sources within the same community of interest. Those in orange have between 5 and 9 links, whilst those in yellow have 4 or fewer links, and those in grey have no links at all. However, not all grey sources are unimportant. The mapping tool is best suited to the discovery of links between blogs, whilst the importance of other forms of social media, such as Twitter, Facebook, forums, and video or picture sharing sites, are detailed in the influencer directory. There is a strong, interconnected community of interest for theatre. There are also a high number of peripheral sources interested in theatre but not necessarily hooked into the community of interest, represented by the smaller number of grey nodes with no connections. More so than any other aspect of the arts, theatre is a mature community of interest in social media, with significant existing engagement potential. However, the community of interest is London-centric, and efforts may be needed to further develop communities of interest outside of the capital. At the centre of the community of interest for theatre is the West End Whingers blog, with 50 links. This highly influential blog is written anonymously and focuses on publishing humorous and satirical reviews, mostly of West End theatre. Other influential blogs in this community of interest include There Ought to Be Clowns, where Ian Foster reviews a broad range of London theatre. He's also on Twitter with a relevant quality following. Carousel of Fantasies, a blog written by performer and freelance writer Matt Truman, who also reviews theatre. On Twitter he has almost 1,500 followers. Key blogs linked to traditional media include The Guardian's The Stage blog, with news, reviews and opinion on theatre and the performing arts, and From the Stage, Shenton's View, written by Mark Shenton, who also has a 5,500 strong Twitter following. For musicals, key sources include Everything I Know I Learnt from Musicals, a US-based blog with over a third of its audience in the UK, Musical Theatre News, a UK-based blog with 1,000 followers on Twitter, focuses on the latest news about West End musicals, tours and concerts featuring musical theatre artists. Also the forum musicals.net is a useful source of topical discussion with over 8,000 members. For Fringe Theatre, Chris Hislop is a key commentator, writing a blog for the Fringe Review and with 7,000 strong following on Twitter. There is some scope to expand communities for niche areas of interest, such as circus and physical theatre. Circus and physical theatre sources of interest include the Twitter feed and blog for Sideshow, contemporary circus magazine, although on Twitter there is only a small following of around 150 people, and that of the UK circus teacher Adam Cohen, or Circus Boy 1, who could be a useful contact for building a stronger community in this area, with a following of over 700 people on Twitter.